the, as expected, 24th civil lawsuit has been filed against Deshaun Watson. And this one, the accuser tells a story that I can't mention on this program. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. What he's being accused of is so vile and disgusting that I cannot mention it here. And if it's true, the league must act, and it's got to act considerably. I honestly, there's nothing that can remove this story from my brain now. And like I said, I the only thing I can tell our listeners is to go seek it out. This, I don't even know how to describe it in a way for a radio audience that might have children in its out there. Earmuffs. The accuser is saying that Watson had her went to her house for the massage, and eventually wound up being fully naked. And now I guess know why Rusty Hardin, his attorney, was talking about happy endings the other day, and they're not necessarily being illegal. Maybe he saw this one coming. He saw the document or anything like that. All I know is that the massage therapist didn't expect it, didn't want it, and wasn't happy for her. And she quit the profession and called a friend apparently right afterwards. So this could be corroborated. I mean, the Browns did not do their due. Again, I know it's a he said, she said thing. If this is true, the Browns clearly did not do their due diligence. And I don't, once again, know this guy. I met him right after the draft. He couldn't have been more nice, couldn't have been more polite, couldn't have been more everything that you'd want in your child, everyone you'd want in your child's friend, anybody that you'd want in a face of your business. That's who Deshaun Watson was. As bright-eyed and as on the straight and narrow as you'd want anybody that you'd be giving all this money to. I don't know that person reading this document. Vile is the only way to describe it, if true. And I don't know the way out of this. And if it's true, then he should be on the commissioner's exempt list 5 minutes ago. Immediately. And I don't know the way out of this thing. But it's not criminal. He's not getting any criminal charges. It's all civil. And there's now 24 of them. 24 lawsuits. Mike Florio joining us at the top of the next hour. 844-204-RICH, number to dial. Kevin Stefanski just was speaking. It looks like he's at a golf tournament or something like that. I'm seeing this from the terrific NFL Network news desk. There's a mandatory minicamp next week. He has a Browns golf tournament today, and we're trying to be respectful of the process, is what he said about the 24th lawsuit coming. He also mentioned that he wouldn't comment on Baker Mayfield showing up for mandatory minicamp next week, if he's going to be excused or if he's expected. The Niners announced that they're excusing Jimmy Garoppolo from their mandatory minicamp.
You're taking news items. Like, come on.
Dude, that's an hour 3. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I mean, I do love it if people are going to be watching all 3 hours of the Rich Eisen Show or hearing
That's what I mean.
But
the Browns really messed up. I'm sorry.
It's
just not like kind of hitting me. You just alienated a guy that you drafted number 1, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and you gave all this money to a dude who we want to really believe in and believe, but like 1 or 2 you can overlook. 24, like, my God, I can't even sit here and try to come up with a way to defend this dude anymore, man. It's just, and they gave him $180 million.
230 guaranteed.
I'm just talking about the escrow. Like that whole thing is weird. I've never heard that before. And 230.
They gave him $230 million guaranteed dollars.
I think,
and as Andrew Brandt points out, they gave him a contract where if he is suspended, it only comes out of his 1 million of the 46 million. So they basically made him monetarily foolproof to a suspension. Right. A year-long suspension, he loses only a million of the 46 million. That's it.
Wow.
So they basically said to him, hey, we got your back if you've done this, and to the point where the league needs to suspend you, feels compelled to suspend you. So you get to still keep your money, and then once that's all over, you'll be our quarterback. No, there's got to be part of the fan base that will never overlook any of this ever again. Doesn't matter how many touchdowns he scores.
Well, then again, that does kind of cure things.
Honestly, it's
for
just
most fans throwing touchdowns.
And you might sit here and say, why is this accuser coming forward now after all this time? And apparently it was that Real Sports piece that aired the night that we were at the Sports Emmys. She saw it and she's like, I got to speak out.
I haven't seen the report, but just going by the way you described it and just in my head, I figured it out.
Describe
and it's just
it.
like, wow.
I can't describe it. All I know is I read it during the commercial break after hanging up from Stephen A. Smith and whatever, and it's disgusting. It's vile. It's just like behavior like that is sick, venal. I mean,
got a problem.
again, and I'm sure you're innocent until proven guilty, and it's not. He's all the charges have been, would never filed criminally against him. But these civil lawsuits, this is somebody saying that she accepted his business. And I know folks are saying like that. And I'll just say this too. Have you ever gone and gotten a massage and then you went to the masseuse's house?
No.
Like that's weird.
Nope. Weird.
Normally the masseuse or masseur comes to your spot. Or you go somewhere where it's a professional office.
Business.
The whole thing is just so weird and wild, especially with a professional athlete letting, that's your profession to be.
Yeah. That's always been your thing
to have your body taken care of, and you're gonna put it in the care of 24 different people.
Yeah, that's always been your thing from day one. like one
you
person.
Find every professional athlete I know finds the one person that knows their body. And they go to that person, and that's their person. For as long as that person's willing to have you.
Or you have a person in each city that you go to. So you have that, but you specifically, like you said,
that's it.
There's like a person.
Like I've got a right hip issue. I got this, and that's, And the story that this masseuse tells is similar to the ones that other ones. And his lawyer went on the radio last week and said the most disgusting thing too. Like how many guys out there in your listening audience have had a happy ending in a massage and it's not illegal? It's like, what are you talking about? Like now you're saying that this stuff did happen?
Or that it's
so you're saying this stuff did happen and it's normal and it's not illegal? I thought this was all untrue and nothing ever happened. Oh, well, some of it's consensual, but the other ones aren't at all sexual because he never did it. Just like which ones did he do and which ones didn't he do? And this is the starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns in week 1. I don't know how that's possible. And then if he is suspended, then it's just, okay, we're all just good. We're all good, and let's go play football. And that's what the Browns are counting on. The Browns are counting on that he serves it out, and we'll just forget about the 2022 season at some point. Will you tell that to all the teammates? And Baker, and again, Baker's supposed to be the one to get them off the hook. That's right. That's why they still have him here. That this guy who has this lawsuit filed against him, and a lawyer who's saying what he is now saying publicly, that guy got all the guaranteed dollars from the team that wants him back under the circumstances to save the season. Save the season, Baker. We made this decision with Deshaun Watson. We upset you. You're upset at us, but let's put bygones. Let's have bygones. You guys got to take us out of this problem. Please. Get out of here with that noise. Literally, last thing I want to be talking about in the sports world is this story.
Like a shower.
Literally last thing. Well, apparently that's what the masseuse had to do, is take a shower, according to her lawsuit.
Jeez.
And so,
Awful.
guys and ladies out there and kids out there, last thing I want to be talking about. But kind of have to, don't we? Wow.